Hey, hey, good looking. Oh, what you got cooking? Well, how's about...
Alright, I was going through some boxes in the basement here and I come across these two cast iron pans, skillets, whatever you want to call them there. You can probably see they're had better days, a little bit of rust on there. I'm just going to clean them up and I'm going to try to season them. See, this one is made in the USA, Lodge, I think it's a decent brand of cast iron. This other one, maybe not so much, going with the made in China sticker there, but still cast iron nonetheless. Clean them up, see what I can figure out with them. Alright, cast iron. I'm just going to clean it up first. I'm probably going to hit it with this old, slightly used, real low grit, fine grit, I guess, sanding pad. I thought I had some steel wool that would probably work really well, but I got a couple, Brillo pad and whatever that is there, sponge thing, and I'll just hit it with a little bit of Comet, and just to get it cleaned up, rinse it off good, then start applying oil.
Hey, hey, good looking. Oh, what you got cooking? Well, how's about cooking something up with me? Hey, hey, sweet baby. Well, don't you think maybe we could make a brand new recipe? Got a hot crossboard and a $2 bill. Know a place right over the hill. There's soda pop and a dancing with Grease. If you wanna have fun, come along with me. Hey, hey, good looking. Oh, what you got cooking? Well, how's about cooking something up with me? Hey, hey, good looking. Oh, what you about cooking? How's about cooking something up with me? Well, I'm free and ready, so we can go steady. How's about saving all your time for me? Gonna throw my date over the fence. Buy me one for 5 cents. Keep it till it's covered with age, and put your name on every page. Hey, hey, good looking. Oh, what you got cooking?
This one wasn't as rusty. Just gonna go rinse those off real quick. Okay, they're rinsed off. Let's pat them dry a little bit. And I guess I should start the oven. I read on the internet there, it said you want to fill them with, not fill them, but put vegetable oil on them. And light coats. So I'm just going to use regular old vegetable oil. And do light coats of that on them and bake them in. Do a number of times, it'll build up a non-stick surface, and it should work real well. That might be too much. Let me use it for both of them, so let's see. The website said you don't want enough oil that it's pooling on the pan. You just want to barely coat it, extremely light coats, and then you put it in the oven and you bake it in. And I don't recall how long you bake it in, but I believe you're just bringing it up to temperature. And then you're gonna let it sit in there, turn the oven off, keep the door shut, and let them cool down. Guess I could have done a little bit better getting some of that rust off the outside here, but I figure it's on the outside, and I'm lazy, so be it. Alright. There, get another piece to wipe off the excess. Ready for the oven. Okay, I'm sure you can't see it, but in the oven I have a small piece of aluminum foil to catch drippings, and they say to place the pans upside down in the oven when you're doing it, and that's it. Alright, well, that's finishing up. I'm just scraping out some seeds from some peppers I'm trying to save. Couple things I learned so far. Well, I don't know if I learned anything, but I learned that my smoke detector still works, which was kind of a surprise to me when it went off. I don't believe I put enough not wax paper, but aluminum foil on the bottom to catch the drippings. I think that's what was burning. I haven't used my oven in a while too, so who knows, it might be a little dusty or something in there burning off. So it did get pretty smoky through the house, which is kind of funny, but I'm just going to let that cool down. You heat the pans up to 450. You clean them up. Clean up the cast iron. Nice. Get all the rust off it, anything like that. Then you rub food grade oil into it, like vegetable oil of some sort. Canola oil, lard, something like that. And then you just want a skim layer of the oil on there. You know, wipe off any excess, and then stick it in the oven upside down so the excess drips out. As you bake it, and you set your timer for 30 minutes, and you want it to reach a temperature of about 450 to 500 degrees Fahrenheit as it bakes, and it'll bake in the grease, the oil you put into it, and you want to let that go for quite a while. You want to do that a number of times, but then you let it, once it reaches temperature after a half hour, you shut the oven off and you let the pan sit in the oven and cool down slowly. I guess that's key. So, seeing it's going to take an hour to do it, I'm only going to do it one time tonight, and I'll come back tomorrow night or next night and do a couple more times before I actually use the pans, just to make sure I get a good layer in there, and that layer is going to create a non-stick surface. I don't believe you really clean cast iron either. I believe I read that if you have an excessive amount of grease and you're not using it on a daily basis, you want to wipe the fats off of it, or those will go rancid on you. So just want to watch that, and then just basically you wipe it out. Use a little bit of soap and water, wipe it out. You don't really want to scrub it because you don't want to have to re-season the pan every time before you use it. That fat in there's, the oil in there's going to be what keeps it non-stick and makes it a nice cooking surface for you. And that's about that. These are Czech black peppers that I have grown in my container garden. I still have a number of them left. I think I'm going to attempt to bring them in for the winter. See how long I can get them to last inside. I've had some luck in the past with that, not a lot. With little chili peppers. These are like almost like a jalapeno pepper, about the same size, shape. I think these taste a lot better than the jalapenos. But same on the about the same temperature, a little bit less heat in them than a jalapeno, but they're just a better flavor in my opinion. So that's that. Any other news? Not really. Didn't try out, but I went to a casting call today for Survivor. There's something to do. Pretty sure I won't make it. Wasn't nothing to it. You just go in, stand in line for a little bit, write your name and phone number down on email address on a piece of paper, and then you you get 1 minute in front of the camera to tell them a little bit about yourself, and then they select you from there for further interviews and physicals and all that jazz. I'm not expecting much. I didn't really prepare anything to say about myself, so I didn't really have a whole lot to say. Just blabbed off a couple things real quick, and that was about that. I think these are dry enough. I can add them to the rest of my pepper seeds.